All right, so lots of stuff to do today. So this tractor, I spoke about it, I think, in a short that I did the other day. I caught it on fire, and it was kind of scary. My head was right down in here, and just big fireball. My fault, 100%. I was stupid. I'll go through at some time in this video. I'll go through what happened exactly. But anyway, I got it situated, short of a bunch of melted wires. It's surprisingly running. And I went to use it the next day, and I broke the ball joint on the steering arm. So I got a couple of ball joints here. They're the OEM replacements. So a couple of things. I was shocked to find out that I could still get many, many parts for this tractor. This is a 2009 Troy-Bilt Pony, 42-inch, 17.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton it's got. I could still get most of the parts for it right on Troy-Bilt's website, which was surprising to me. However, it was like $30 for a single ball joint. I looked up the OEM part number and I found a pack of 2 on Amazon for $11. I'll leave a link to these in the description. I would say if they work, but they're the OEM part number and they look identical, so I don't see why they won't work. But I got a bunch of baling wire around this one holding it on just so I could finish the job. That sucked, so I used, like I said, a bunch of baling wire to hold it on. And then I could only turn right, because when I would turn left and it would pull against that steering horn, it would pop the ball joint right off every single time. It was so frustrating. But anyway, now I'm going to dry things up because I just kind of pressure washed a lot of this tractor off yesterday. So I'm going to get things dried up and then get to work. Fun times, I guess. All right, well, I don't need, oh my goodness. That is some tough. This actually is not baling wire here. This is it's a landscape fabric rake, or landscape fabric stake, or staple, or whatever you want to call it. So it's a wee bit tougher than baling wire. There we go. Hopefully this is going to be fairly simple. Now I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. Oh, of course, now it won't come off. Oh my God, look at that. Why won't it come off now? That's weird. I couldn't keep it on the other day. See that? There you go. Just poppers right off. All right, so we got to get this guy off. And I know what the problem is. It's that, whatchamacallit. Of course, that doesn't tell you anything, does it? I do not know if I'm going to have the proper tool. In fact, I'm almost certain I'm not going to have the proper tools here. Will this guy fit on there? Well, here, let's just try to get this jam nut loosened first. I'm worried my camera's going to fall off the top of the engine. There we go. Jam nut is loose. Now this, I'm guessing, is going to just thread right off there now. Or should at least. Turn it the other way. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. See, what kind of condition some of this stuff is in now, finally, after all these years. So this is a 2009 tractor. Bought it brand. Oh yeah, you could see that. Can you guys see that? Yeah, that's definitely seen better days. So we'll put that there, and before we go too far, I want to get, because these are supposed to be direct OEM replacements. So I just got to make sure. Looks the same. Let's just look at that. Thread it on like so. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. All right, now this guy's got to come off. I'm semi-nervous about that one, because that one's going to be on there good. I should probably get a socket wrench, but let's just see what happens here. Oh man, it's turning. That is tight, but it's turning. God, I'm worried it's going to snap the stud right off the bottom of the ball. You guys are going to be professionals now in replacing these. What kind of... Oh, it's just a regular old nut down there. Look at that. There we go. So here's what happened. See that? It just wore out. It just wore out over the years. I mean, I've never greased this. I'm not even sure how you would or if you should. Okay, so let's just test this nut here real quick. Is this thing? Oh, you know what? It's hard going on that one too. I wonder. That's weird. I mean, it goes on, but it's just hard to get on. So let's put this guy right like so. I usually wear gloves when I work. My hands are getting all dirty. You know what? Let me grab. Oh, what do you think that is? 1/2 inch? Nope. 9/16. It's probably metric. Oh, 9/16, sweet. This will make life a little bit easier for us. Okay. I'll keep this guy up there, this guy down there. As soon as we get this on and tightened all up, we'll talk about the fire. I think you guys are going to be interested in that one, because it was very interesting to me. All right. Jam nut tightened up so nothing comes loose. Let's test it out, shall we? All right, so this is turning right was not a problem. It was turning left. That thing would come popping off. That was just a wrench I had sitting on the tire. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. All right. So that's fixed. Let me get my tools put up, at least put up on the workbench here, and then we could talk a little bit about this fire we had. All right, I'll pick you guys up. So here's what happened. So the engine was hydro-locked, or it appeared to be hydro-locked. I'd turn it over, it would crank over like a half a crank and then just lock up. Second time it did that to me in as many weeks. So when I would turn it like here by hand backwards from the top, and you can hear the fuel gurgling up through the carburetor. So it's like the cylinder was just full of gasoline. So what I did is I pulled the boot off, pulled the spark plug out, and mind you, I had the hood on, so the hood was lifted up forward. I cranked it over, I turned it the key, and it cranked over once. It blew probably a half quart of fuel out of that the spark plug hole. And I thought, okay, well, there's your problem. No big surprise there. So then I cranked it over again. Same thing, like a half quart of fuel came shooting out. I thought, okay, let me crank it over one more time, see what happens. The third time I cranked it over, something ignited all the fuel. The fuel that came spraying out ignited, and then everything on the front end of the tractor and all over the ground below it all ignited. I think this coil wire grounded against the muffler because it was just hanging down here. I think that's what happened. It's the only ignition source I can think of. So what are the damages now? Let me get this light on. So here, this light's a little better. So the damages are right there. The plastic got melted. I can't believe the damages aren't worse. My spark plug wire got melted. And really, that's the gist of it. Other than you could see there's soot all over everything. My head temperature wire got melted. My headlight wires got melted. The head temperature still reads though. So I haven't tested the lights out yet. So really just a little bit of wiring and a little bit of paint damage. I tried pressure washing the hood yesterday, and the soot won't come off of it. So I might try polishing it. You can see some of it right there. See it? And it's just got a little bit of sooty marks on the grill. Some of it came off, most of it did not. So that's really the gist of all the damages, at least the ones that were caused by the fire. So anyway, yeah, that's about it. I changed the oil in this thing the other day. Because the inside of the engine was on fire too, so I had to spray water right in the spark plug hole and in the muffler. So because of that, I changed the oil. I do not believe there's any more maintenance that needs to be done to this tractor right now. I do need to, I don't know, I need to clean it up a little bit. I've got it plugged into the battery tender right now. I think I need to start parking it inside because after the fire, when I started working on cleaning it up a little bit, it was just very obvious to me that the thing has been abused. I mean, it's got a lot of hours on it for what it is. It's, can you see that? 611.8 hours on the hour meter. But I had 243.7 hours on it October 8th, 2017 when I installed that hour meter, when the old one went bad. So for the amount of hours on it, you know, it's been taken care of, but it's not been taken care of in the last year or so. I've just used and abused it. So anyway, on to the next project.